Hi everyone, I'm Lanita Narona. I'm the head of marketing and outreach at Curtin University, Dubai.
Hi, Lanita.
Hi, Imran.
I'm going to start with my first question.
Yes, please.
How have parents and students making higher ed decisions evolved over the last 10 years?
Okay. I think the fundamental shift isn't about who is deciding anymore. It's about how they're finding the truth. If you look back 10 years ago, the journey was pretty straightforward. Universities held the information, parents held the purse strings. But today, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they're essentially reverse engineering our brands. They're not just sitting and waiting around for a glossy prospectus. They're doing their stealth research on platforms like Reddit, Quora. They're looking at TikTok comments. They're looking at other social media platforms. They're talking to their peers long before they've even filled out an inquiry form. So honestly, the decision is practically made before they even enter the traditional marketing funnels. So looking ahead, our job is no longer about broadcasting how great our institution is. It's about creating transparent, unscripted moments that can hold up against the scrutiny of the most research-savvy generation we have ever seen. And that naturally brings up one of our biggest challenges today. How do you maintain real trust in that environment?
So, in the conversation about trust, as AI makes it easier to generate polished marketing content, how do we deliver the authenticity premium that today's consumers are looking for?
Okay, that's actually a great question. I would say we are in an age where generative AI can make every sentence perfect, which can actually make the human touch, even the human imperfection, the ultimate premium. Don't get me wrong, AI is an incredible operational tool, but it has sanitized creativity and authenticity to an extent we are all aware of. Every brand out there now has these flawlessly optimized captions and campaigns. But the digital native students, they have this instinctive rejection for polished corporate speak, I would say. They are actively looking for that unscrappable, unscripted human reality. You mean, the raw conversations that would be happening on platforms that brands cannot control. So to deliver that authenticity, we have to step back from heavy broadcast marketing and lean a little bit heavily into peer-to-peer validation. Sometimes that means adding a little bit of friction to our lead generational funnels, just to filter out the noise and prioritize those genuine, high-intent human conversations. At the end of the day, we let our students tell the real, unscripted stories about the actual ROI of the programs, because at the end of the day, pure truth is the really only true currency that's going to cut through all the AI clutter.
Okay. In a digital-first world, physical events often seem old school. Will events exist in the future of higher ed recruitment, and how do we maximize them?
Okay. If I have to do the comparison, digital campaigns are great for scaling our reach, but experiential marketing is what actually boosts retention. It's easy to look at the heavy logistics of running a physical event and just dismiss them in favor of, cheaper CPL platforms. But that is a short-term way of looking at it. When prospective student steps into our campus, for example, be it for a STEM challenge day or for an open day, they're not just consuming a marketing campaign. They're beta testing what the future community would look like for them. You simply cannot automate a sense of belonging. So to really maximize our events at Curtin Dubai, we stopped treating them like an informational booth, and we started treating them more as an immersive, experiential hub. The goal is to create long-term emotional anchor, because that's exactly what turns a digital lead into a confident enrollment. We always have to remember, people don't just bet on a brand, they bet on people. And to win that bet, The values you project at your events have to be the exact reflection of who you are behind closed doors.
So, Lanita, I know this one is very close to your heart.
Yeah.
So, how does Curtin University champion women empowerment? And how does that translate into your community engagement?
Okay. I'm really glad you asked this question. I guess from the standpoint where I'm at, for marketing to be truly authentic, the brand you project on the outside has to be the exact mirror of how you operate on the inside. So at Curtin University Dubai, we don't just look at women empowerment as some seasonal marketing pillar. It's structurally embedded into who we are. For example, right now, 60% of our leadership roles are held by women. And we externalize that reality through deliberate community engagements like our Women of Wisdom Forum. We didn't build that event to push our academic programs, but we built it to create a space for raw, transparent conversations about female leadership across different generations. And we also back that up tangibly with our Women in STEM scholarship. So when prospective female students look at us, they're not just seeing a well-crafted marketing message. They're seeing a mirror of their own potential backed by an institution where women actually sit at the decision-making table. Well, ultimately, the future of higher education marketing, is all about being brave enough to be radically transparent. It's not just for the sake of a brand, but for the sake of the student's future, the core of everything that we do. So it's about creating spaces for genuine connection, making sure that you are a brand you promised is exactly the reality your students experience every single day. So when you get that right, I think the growth will just take care of itself.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lanita.
Thanks for having me as well.